Hello there everyone, my name is Overgame3 here to do some more Let's Play the Legend of Xenoblade Chronicles X, not the Legends of the Skyward Sword. That was a different Let's Play like a few months back, to be perfectly honest. That has no place to be here, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, today we are doing, once again, some nice, nasty, juicy affinity missions. We're gonna learn some new secrets about new people. I got a team full of people right here, right now. But before we start off with the affinity mission that's right in front of me, I'm gonna take some time to go into Intel and go into Collectopedia. Well, now why am I taking the time right here to talk about this is because it's a function that we've yet to see that is actually one of the most useful things you can have in this game. It's all about collectibles that you gain throughout your missions and research and just exploring of the different regions. And as you can see, there's a ton of things that I can possibly register. Now, once you go into Collectopedia, that means that you have an item that you can possibly insert there. But by putting something there, that means that you lose one of those items. So say you have something like a Medrusian tomato like I have. I used to have two of them, but since I registered one, I just get one. And from that you gain tons of potential, not power up, but item awards. And not only that, you can get also battle points by having lucky panels. And from there, as you can see, I get a hologram of the Game of Series and 5 additional battle points. You can see where you gain specific additional battle points from lucky panels with the one with the star. If you get one from the star, you get additionally 2 battle points. Now, if you want a very easy way to actually collect battle points, I think this is actually the best place in the game to gain battle points. You can get easily, I want to say, maybe over 200 possible battle points, if not more, from just this Collectopedia alone. Maybe even 300. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure of the actual way of that, but it's just a guess to say that it's probably just a hell of a lot of times. Now, when it comes to rewards of Collectopedia, there's a tons of things that you can possibly gain from this. However, there's also a downside to it. When it comes to normal registering items and just completing a row, like I'm doing right now from a region, you will not get anything that is particularly interesting. You will only get holograms, which I've yet to show, which you can decorate in your play barracks. And really, that's about the main thing that holograms do. You don't have really anything else in your gameplay's perspective. However, it's gonna take a while before we see this, but there is legitimately something that's great about completing an entire panel or an entire section of an item. For example, now we have things that are classed by region, let's say primordial, but if I press ZR, then I can go by category, which are fly, vegetable, fruits, fauna, insects, natural, artifacts, wreckage, relics, etc. So they're all things I can possibly get, which is great, but let's not get started here. Which then, once you complete one of those categories, then that means you can get some very powerful equipment. Although you need to do a lot of scavenging if you're gonna do it, and you have to do a lot of grinding from collectibles too, since most items that you're gonna have having problem with are prime items in very specific locations. And as you saw, specific locations, especially from 2 episodes ago with the spherical EM motor, you need to be in very specific locations. And the percentage rate of actually spawning the material is very low as well. So be wary, you're probably not gonna get it in the first time. Also, be aware, the Collectopedia is built in a way that you cannot access everything, you know, in one go, which means there are regions that are specifically locked from you from getting full access to Collectopedias before you get specific items that can help you explore ever so more. So do not be afraid even if you scavenge as much as possible from certain regions. There are regions that you simply cannot access quite of yet, or simply items that you just can't exist as of now. Do not be worried, it's not, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but just be wary of it. Maybe some of it you just can't get them right away. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how helpful the Collectopedia is. In fact, just by completing the Collectopedia, as I was telling you, I probably already got like 40, maybe 50 battle points. That's how good the Collectopedia is at getting you battle points. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of Xeno X here. Sorry, there I was listening to the game for about 15 minutes and I lost my way. Now, as you see, I changed locations. Oh, I was wrong. You need to accept the basic mission to actually get the other mission. But I went to the mission control and I didn't see it, so maybe I missed it. Maybe I just need to reload. I don't know. Maybe I just need to wait a full 30 minutes before it activates. And for that, we are going into another one, meeting Yelb. Let's go.
Hey, you. I've been looking for you. Come here a minute. I got something you're about to do for me.
Huh. I did not remember this one. Okay, sorry, I gotta wash my hair.
Well, sure. Hey, are you trying to clown me? Now shut up and do as you're told, and this'll go easy. Here, I picked out a mission or 3 for you. No thanks needed. Run along and handle them. Should be a cakewalk. Real easy street.
Well, you know what? I'll do it.
I'll send the details to your comm device. Get back to me when you're done.
Summary. You were pressing to taking on some missions by a man named Yelv. They seem like relatively straightforward tasks. Hopefully it won't take too long. Yeah, they sure seem like it. Scavenge stuff. Alright. Hunt 2 Yonks and Nicholas, doesn't seem too bad. And defeat 5 metal bladders?
Easy enough, yeah? Oh, and don't take too long, or you and me will have problems. Time to prove you ain't all show. And you better impress.
What do you mean I ain't on show? Of course I ain't on show. I'm only show. That's the difference. That was a bad joke. I'm not sorry. Anyway, people, yes, we are going into this. This mission honestly isn't too bad. Once again, I'm a bit over leveled for this, but then again, my party is up to level for this, so I don't know if that levels out, but I'll see it is. As of now, we only have to take on 2 Nicholas, so I'll spare you the time. Because this is not very an interesting fight, let me tell you about something else in excuse me about that. Let me take this time to talk to you about something else while we're doing this grind of sorts. Now we're gonna talk about the music in Xenoblade Chronicles X. And why the music specifically? Well, there's the thing among the community is that the traductions in the original titles and what they actually mean is a very, very divided thing among the community, or just, you know, it's just weird in general. So for instance, let's take one of the most famous examples of this, which is the song, well, more likely the tune, the music named Crisis, which is a which is a half an event theme and the second half being a boss battle theme. Now, the original title for the song is CR17S19S8. So, some of the community took to him upon this. If you have the soundtrack and you go like and see the name of the song, the tune that's playing, it's actually called CR17S19S8, and that's just weird because the traduction is Crisis as far as I'm aware, as far as I'm concerned, should I say, and who the fuck calls the music CR17S19S8? It's just bothering me for whatever reason. It's just weird. Who the fuck does that? So, Yeah, it's just weird. And there's many other times where traductions are either cool or downright dumb. For instance, there's one song in particular, which is the Ganglion event. So every time you encounter Ganglion during an defeating mission or story mission, you hear G, G-Low, S-F-S, K-O. That's the tune. Let me repeat that. G-Low, S-F-S-K-O. That's the song, how it's originally called. If you do the traduction, then it's called Growth. And it's a very good theme, but the traduction of some of those are very stupid. On the other side, there are also traductions that I think are downright amazing, or downright, you know, just... It's a great traduction for what the song actually is. For example, one of the area regional team, which is Byokaku Kiekoku. I'm sorry if I pronounce that incorrectly, but that's the main team of the Oblivion's region during the day, and the traduction roughly translates to Oblivion Warning or Ominous Warning, which, if you take on the history of Oblivia and the tech that is placed there, and just that its name Oblivion in general, it's a wasteland. You can see tons of structure, which most likely, I think the game gives you hints that that there was a war here of some kind, or just a giant wasteland, or used to be lush, or something along these lines. I just find it interesting that the introduction says something along these lines. Something very similar with Kuro no Teriku and Shiro no Teriku, which is two continents that we get to see, both translating to Kuro no Teriku, Black Continent, or Land of Black, and Shiro no Teriku, roughly translating to White Continent or Land of White, which is just, it's great. And at the same time, it makes me wonder, couldn't you do something like with Primordial, like the color green and then no Teriku? That'd just be, again, I think that'd be repetitive, but it'd be fun to say the least. Another thing to mention of note in this game is, of course, if you've been hearing the soundtrack, it's always been a mix of English, German, and Japanese lyrics. To give you an example, By My Side is, of course, English. Another one, a German one, for example, would be We're Flying. We're Flying. That's a very weird, song, to say the least. And a Japanese one, let me think of one real quick. Well, I can't think of one real quick, but there are definitely Japanese lyrics somewhere in there. I'm pretty goddamn sure, because some of the songs are translated from Japanese. That'd just be weird. Anyway, the composer's Japanese anyway, so. And sometimes the divisive, there's some not division, but people are divided in between what the lyrics can actually mean. For example, We're Flying, which is a German song. There's many people online that I've tried to debunk or just downright say that's not what the lyrics are of certain tunes. Of course, there are different interpretation depending of where you learn German and in which region you live. So, of course, there's some bias there, but it just... Nobody agrees what the actual lyric of We're Flying is, and it's just so weird. So in the description, what you'll find is a link, two links actually, one of the song and one of the merely lyrics that people argue over, and from there you can be like, okay, I agree or I don't agree, depending if you know German or not. And the last thing I want to mention before I cut this out is there are some rearrangement and just not recomposition, but just retaking remastered version of some of the songs. For example, the main theme of the game, I call it the main theme, which is Team X, is incredible. So, for example, there's another song on the official soundtrack called The Way, which is a fully vocalized remix version of Theme X. It is by far the best remix in the game, or just remastered version or remixing version of the game. It's just a fantastic lyrical version of Theme X, which with a more slow approach to it, I do feel, and it just gives a little more context in some occasions. Although I do think that The Way is misplaced in many occasions, it's still kind of great. For example, another one is In the Forest, which is a vocalized version of Codename Z, which is one of the many songs that you'll hear at the beginning of the game. And it sucks. It's the case for most of the remakes. The only good one I think is The Way, and it's very weird in general. And most of them sucks. In other cases, you have something like Piano X1, X2, X3, and R.X, which are recomposition of just other songs in general. For example, Piano X1 is a piano version of Requiem, which is an event theme. Piano X2, which is a piano version of We're Flying, and Piano X3, which is a piano version of Shiro no Tairiku, which makes me wonder, why is there no piano version of Kuro no Tairiku? Just a thought that crossed my mind, and I just find it interesting to say the least. And for R.X, which is a composition of So Close, So Far, or if you want the original title, Soma Superbe, which the first half is the first half, and then the second half, which is once again a remix of Team X. And that about sums it up, so I'll see you guys when I'll complete the objectives.
How them jobs I gave you coming along, superstar? Alright. Looks like they're done. You have a hard time or what?
No, they're fine.
Yeah? I picked nasty ones on purpose so I could test your mettle. But hey, guess you're a real big shot. Well, you pass. Congrats! As of today, you're partners with the legendary Yelv. You've been deemed worthy of tackling Reclaimer missions by my side. Just had to sniff out your skills first. Yeah, it's quite the honor. Went through a whole pile of candidates before you. Right, enough yapping. Let's say we christen this new partnership with an assignment. Next stop, mission control. Let's hope they got something fun.
They probably don't, but yo, I believe, although I wouldn't want to meet you in real life, I believe you're quite a fun character. I mean, I still wouldn't, talk to you in real life. You're very egocentrical, quite a dick, and really, you're not very polite or fun, or I just wouldn't like you in general. But, in the game, I kind of like you, just not in real life. Oh god, no. Oh, please, no.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Useless, crap, lame, vicious indigent slays 3 dozen blades. Sounds fun. What else? Gather 10 straw lennies. That's kids' work. Or recover fallen fragments of the whale. Classic Reclaimer gig there. Well, Bard, getting any chuckles here?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be on Yelp's side. Let's go reclaim some parts.
I like the cut of your jib, Bard. That's the one I was gonna pick. Looks like nobody's been there yet. Just showed up on Frontier Nav and everything. Sounds like a perfect job for the new Reclaimer hotshots, huh? Let's get a move on, Pard. I want to see those feet of yours fly.
Well, how about we go? It just happens to be in Oblivia and in the right position, so I don't have to walk like 1,000 miles to get there. Oh, it's only on the north coast. Oh, that's not too bad. Can definitely go there without a problem. The problem is when I got to explore the rest of Oblivia, because, oh boy, it's quite a large region. Not very narrow, and very tight and condensed. I wouldn't want to be there. That's very specific. Now we're on our way. I know I just talked about songs for quite a long time, and I understand you may be tired of me speaking, but I do have a good reason for this. I do have a good reason why I'm talking to you right now. It's because I'm going to talk about another thing I find particularly interesting, and that thing is affinity growing missions. No, not affinity missions, but affinity growing. Because, as you know, I've been growing affinity quite a lot between my party members, and you gotta make sure too. You gotta do the raising affinity part correctly, which is why I want to take this time to talk to you about 3 specific things: how to grow affinity better. A guide by Oliver the Game 3. That's not true. It's not my real name. What am I saying? I'm really going off track here. Anyway, affinity growing. There are 3 main ways to grow affinity between party members, if you were not aware. And of course I got it. Okay, there we go. What was I talking about? Yeah. Now, a complete guide by Game 3 of raising affinity between characters. Now, there are 3 main ways to grow affinity between your characters. Either completing missions, saying particular things during missions. As you can see, you always have a dialog box allowing you to say specific different options in your mission, which is basically which is probably the best way to actually increase affinity between characters. Then you also have battling in battles. I've already talked about raising affinity before, but I just want to go and make sure everybody's clear about this. Affinity growing is probably one of the most important things you gotta do in this game. If not, then you probably already have quite a lot of affinity with your main party members, which are Ella and Lynn. With that done, you also have to take into consideration that there are a lot of other things to consider while affinity grinding. For one, every time you battle and you see that there's a glowing part with one of your hearts, that means that someone will sink one of their abilities or have one of their hearts, sorry, that's gonna launch another one of those types. As you can see, hearts are usually defined by their colors. If they're green, if they're red, if they're yellow, or if they're blue, that means there's a certain type of, not affinity, but hearts will be launched, whether support type, whether combat type, whether healing type, and so on and so forth. So, what's up with the rest of it? Well, every time you sync of it, there's a little art that will appear on the character you sync your arts with, allowing you to gain ever so slightly affinity. Now, this is by far the most inefficient way to grow affinity, but it is in some way to grow it. It gives you barely any affinity growing, but you know, every little bit helps. The second fashion is, of course, by completing missions, which is a little more efficient than battling in battles. Completing mission will increase affinity, but not by a whole lot. And honestly, unless you're doing it specifically in affinity mission, affinity growing will be very, very hard just by completing basic missions or normal missions. It is possible, I'm not saying it isn't, it will take time, so just be aware it's gonna take some time, and patience is key here. And the third way, like I said, no, I've already talked about it. And of course the third way is through the dialog box, which is where you get most of your affinity. So when choosing a battle, when choosing dialogue options in your dialogue boxes during missions, be aware of your party members, because different party members have different traits, have different classes, have different preferences. And when you respect those preferences, this is where you'll get most of, if not all of your affinity. So, you know, just be wary of what you're doing and you should be fine. Now, why am I completely neglecting the fucking area point? It's pretty simple. I just want to go and plant my probe, just so I can say I have a probe planted, so I can make it easier on me later on. I don't want to waste too much time. It is a big region, and any chance I get, I should really take it to just place something to help further my quest on, you know. Helping. Also love how there's structures everywhere on Oblivion. Just really great. Structural design of it is kind of good. No. It's not just kind of good, it's kind of awesome. It's awesome looking, and you should find it awesome too. Just really great. It really feels like there's a lot of history behind places like this, and I just love how none of it is given attention. Like, some people may say it's bad because you specifically do not get any attention part to it. Nobody knows truly what it is. It's not really that interesting, or you lose interest because of it. And you know what? I can kind of agree with it. There, you know, definitely things that you could have fleshed out. But as far as I'm aware, this is fantastic. You know, they just throw it out there and say, hey, here's a place that has history. Here's a place that has lore potentially, and you can. And this is how you start a conversation, and just how you're like, hey, this maybe connects to this, or give a context to this, or just has a connection to this. And it's just how you start a conversation. And I do find it interesting that sometimes they take roles like this, how games just say this is how the world is and you just have to accept it as it is, or just think of a certain way to actually make this, make sure this makes sense. And I just find it interesting to begin with, so I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I want to know more about this. I want to know what's going on with this. And I love it because of so.
Oh, hell. This place is crawling with nasty critters. You ready to go? Because school's about to be in session. Time to teach these indigens who owns this little piece of Mira.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Counting on you, Bard. Man, this is just like when he and I used to hit the field. Good times. Now let's get in there and say hello to the locals.
Photon sabers are such cool weapons. I don't care what anybody thinks. Photon sabers, the one in yellow is just so bloody cool. I love the design of it. I love the aspect of it. I love the idea of it. It's formidable. It's formidable at best. It's incredible at secondly. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't care. I just want to kick some butt with Photon Saber. Unfortunately, that's probably not the best optimal build in this game later on. Maybe it's good early on. I've never tried Photon Saber set early on the game, but you know, just be aware. I love the design of weapon. In fact, most of the design of weaponry in this game I found to be interesting. They're very sci-fi, and they really fit the tone of what it was going for. I had an issue with Xenoblade Chronicles and how it designed its weapons, because it just didn't fit the world in my view. It was very fantasy, and although we had fantastic elements in it of civilization, it just didn't fit the tone in my aspect of technology and stuff like this. And of course there are some clans in some parts of the game where I'm like, okay, that technology makes sense in terms of weaponry, but most of the time it was just kind of out of place in my mind. And I'm glad that in this game they made the design much more clearer, and because it's much more of a sci-fi setting, I think this just makes much more sense in terms of how the game designs its armor, weaponry, and other kinds of stuff. Alright, let's recover this part. Looks like we're done here.
Looks like the debris got some Earth-based animal samples in it. Not really what I'm after, though. Well, freaking great. Let's get back to New LA and report to Eleonora.
Welcome back, Yelv. How did this round of salvaging go? Find anything nice out there?
Bupkis is what we found. Give it over to the lady, Pard.
Earth animal genome data? The lab guys are going to have a field day.
But I'm sorry, you still haven't found what you're looking for.
Spare me. I ain't looking for nothing.
Oh, sorry. Did I say something wrong? I didn't mean to. Talking with you is like walking a minefield, you know?
That's why all the other reclaimers keep their distance.
Which is a shame, since you're a total softie underneath.
Look, we did our job, so you do yours and make with the reward already.
Okay. Here you go, Grumpy.
Mission complete. Results: you finished the reclaiming mission with Yelv. Mitsini was looking for something more. Visit the Blade Conquerors for the next Affinity mission.
I swear, that chick is always getting up in my personal biz. Ah, well. Now that we got pocket change, let's go knock back a cold one. We're gonna be working together a long time, you and me. Best to get to know each other. That's what I'm talking about. Cheers to the pair that's gonna change the course of Reclaimer history. You and me, Pard. You and me. We'll find every last scrap of the white whale or die trying.
Aw. What beautiful things to go about. Yeah, Yelv's a character. I totally skip his character sheets. Here you go. I paused it for you. It's on screen right now. You can read it. You can love it. You can put it on a poster. You can put it on your wall. You can put it in your ass. Don't put it in your ass. That's bad. Don't do that. Sorry, that was bad. I'm not sorry. Sorry, that was also very bad. I'd like to apologize for how much of a douchebag I am today, and it really shouldn't be the case. Anywho, cutting to a next location. That was awful. Alright, now cutting to the... Well, I'm already there, so I really shouldn't say cut to the next place since I'm already there. Anyway, now that we're here, I want to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to be doing another affinity mission. I think you guys have had enough, and I don't want to, you know, completely fill an episode with only affinity missions. You gotta be very tired very quickly. So in fact, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do straight up a normal mission. Just a normal mission. Very chill, very straightforward, and we're gonna talk to Gidjo over here. Why am I doing this one in particular? Well, specifically, I want to show that, yes, for as of now, we've only done normal missions that were, in fact, given directly in NLA. And I want to show that there are normal missions pretty much everywhere in the world. You just gotta explore. They're just far less in the wild and much more in NLA, because that's where all of the humans are consecrated. But here's one way to do it, and here's the first one. Gidjo, you're human good! If I can run into a blade all the way out here, I guess my luck hasn't completely conked out. Anyway, I could use some help as an outfitter segment. What do you say? Well, what can I do help? We came out here on the request from Sakuruba Industries. They wanted us to test out some new scales weapon on the edges and out here. Everything was going fine until this crazed Memphis started attacking. Anyone not inside the scale was wiped out on our first swipe. Mine was total, but at least it kept me alive. Problem is, all that weapon test data is still inside. The mission came straight from Xenoblade, Sakuruba's chief engineer. I'd feel like a total amateur if I let him down. But now that you've shown up, I may have a way out of this. What do you say? You'll let me grab the test data from the scale I ditched on Rust Lake? I'll give you everything Sakuruba's paying us. That's how much it means to me. Well, I sure will. That's a very easy mission. But I'm going to find a cave to hide in before something being ugly shows up and hates me. We're gonna have to save you from something being ugly that's chasing you, aren't we? I just have a faint impression that's what's gonna happen. I swear to fucking God, this is like the third phone call I get today. Sorry about that, this is very rude and very non-good, but this is literally the third call I get in like 2 episodes. If you don't know, I record episodes back to back just so I have something to work with in the meantime if I'm not allowed to record episodes, because I apparently talk too loud during recording, which I can totally buy. I am a loud talker when I talk. Anyway, and this is the third call I get today in like the span of, not the span, but the span of 2 hours, and it's I'm just getting tired at this point. People keep talking to me and I don't want to talk to them. I don't know if that's sad, or I don't know if I'm sad. Maybe the two combined. That'd be interesting. Anyway, we're near our collectible. Oh god damn it, that scared the crap out of me there for a moment. Whew! Anyway, we're near our collectible. Our collected area. Alright. Let's get that scale wreckage. Looks like we still have some more weapon test data. God damn it, I just cannot talk today. I don't know if I have some trouble with talking. Well, I've always had trouble with pronunciation. As you can see just by, oh god damn it, that dial is gonna be a problem. It's gonna want 8K on me if I don't get away. Please don't kill me. Please don't bloody kill me. Please don't kill me. Is he still chasing me? Okay, there we go. See, I'm not a fan of chasing enemies. Chasing off an enemy in this game can take quite a while, and not in a good while, like in the that took forever long. Oh, there we go! Finally, invaded our play level. I was asking myself when it was gonna be next time. God damn it! Merciful. Why they gotta be aggressive? Level 37 enemies. That's kind of annoying. Don't you think? I think that's annoying. How can he move so fast? It's a giant crocodile. He shouldn't be able to follow me like at all. The fact that he has legs and can run is already kind of impressive enough. Of course the raging sim. I get noticed all the fucking time today. Fuck it. Okay. You know what, buddy? Oh, now you don't want to anymore. What took you so bloody long to begin with? That guy was annoying. Not a fan. Not a fucking fan. Looks like we're near our mark. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. He hid in the cave. Yeah, that's what it was. Not that I didn't warn you, but I totally warned you, so shut up. Shut up. I totally called it, man. A devil mythite. Okay. It's a devil apparently. That's the first. I didn't think a mythite could be a devil. I guess I was wrong all along. Anyway, that guy's really no biggie. Then again, we really are overpowered for how many missions we're doing in this game so far. I mean, I really shouldn't be as strong as I am, if only because I cannot afford to do missions. I don't want to do missions like this when I'm level 40, so I'm really taking care of them as much as possible, but I do agree my path isn't the best when it comes to, you know, planning out a let's play. Planning out a let's play like this is hard, people, especially when you don't want to be too goddamn overpowered.
Thank you.
Anyway, Gidjo, thanks for the timely thanks for the timely rescue. You literally saved me, and I literally mean literally. What kind of world is it where a guy can't hang out for a nice dang cave, I swear? And we ain't in luck with the data, please say it was still intact. There you go. This is it. This is the data I need. A total scale isn't great news, but getting the data back may be worthwhile. Thank you. Yeah, are you gonna be okay? You'll be fine. We're close to the forest exit, and I'm used to Primordia. Thanks for your concern, though. Now let's get that reward. By the way, you may know Primordia, but you just may want to also call in a copter or someone on these lines to get out of there. I think that'd be simple. Not too shabby, right? It's may had big expectation on this one, that's for sure. Too bad about the wreck scale about dead guys. But hey, we got the data, right? Not a total waste. But that's all thanks to you. Well, thank you, that was very considerate. However, we are not done quite here in Nocturne. I swear to God I'll end the episode after this, okay? I know this has taken a while, I know this is kind of annoying in some occasions, but please be patient. Patience is rewarded by the... some shit. I'm terrible at this. Wait, only the... Isn't there supposed to be... Where? Oh, okay, there we go. I just needed to get farther from Gearhoth, the lone and proud. As far as I'm aware, this is a mythite that's maybe hard taking on the first time. Like I said, it may be one of those tyrant that you can possibly take on during your chapter 4 run. I don't recommend it. This guy can be kind of bothersome if you are not prepared and you need specific setup in some occasions. So I don't recommend going after Gerhard, but in terms of general, he's a fairly easy tyrant. He's pretty straightforward, his attacks really not that much. He does have quite a nasty evasive states after you, if you try to hit him at a certain point. But other than that, you know, it's a mid fight, really easy fight. He's not that large of an enemy to begin with. If you have a proper setup or just combination attacks like I am, someone to tank the attack, you really shouldn't have any trouble. In fact, I still have to keep talking about him, even though I've already killed him like 30 seconds ago. That's how potentially easy it can be. Like I said, most early tyrants are just buffed up version of normal enemies. They're not special. They really don't have anything particular to it that can potentially make them a threat other than they have health buff or attack buffs or something along these lines. So really, you shouldn't have any concern about them. In fact, like I said, it's gonna take a while before tyrants will have like straightforward abilities to differentiate them from normal enemies instead of just having simple buffs. Other than that, the fight is straight up very straightforward and easy. And with that done, I am gonna call this an episode. So, I would like to deeply say thanks for watching, guys. It's always appreciated to have standalone viewership of a select few of you people. I just love having people that commentate and people that be part of a community. So if you have any question, any specification, please leave it in the comments below. I think it's the first time I said it since the beginning of this episode, but this should be a community show where you interact and you correct me if I say something wrong and you be part of the conversation. Tell me theories about the game and stuff like this. I'm genuinely curious if anybody has opinions. That's what I did with my Xenoblade X ending sucks. People have talked about it for a long time and I'm still on the verge of saying, yeah, this should be talked about, this should be concerned about. Anyway, once again, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Overman3 and I'll see you all next time.
Show us love.